All right, so he said, gbogbo tó ọ sáf kìnnìkan kìnnìkan díẹ̀ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fi tírélà kó àdá wá kó lọ máa ṣọ́kò tí ó gbé sáfì kó o sẹ́ni tó ń ṣòṣèlú nítorí ọlọ́run. See, that is what everybody says. They won't come out to tell you that. Nítorí ọlọ́run, it's a cliche amongst politicians. They won't tell you, you won't know it, answer. Doctor, I will just keep quiet because we'll go there, we'll get there, we'll go there. Yeah, we'll get there. So, but they'll come and say theory. All of them say theory. So I'm now talking of those who are not saying theory, those who naturally, who really want to change things. Passion can never deliver good governance. Because when you get there, all right. And it is more disastrous for this generation. Do you know why? The generations before us understood politics. They were trained. For instance, they had people like our, and our had people, that place you are schooled. That you have people like Lamadishino coming, you have like under training of our law. You had people like Adifarati and Co. They learned, and there was a philosophy they learned from. They learned the ropes from when they were young. Who are people learning from? Nobody. And so the things that people are now saying, they say in America we don't do like that. It's America, Nigeria. Politics is local. You will never bring the brain of America there. Do you know that most of our senators and House of Rep members are not people who live in Nigeria? Yes, I'm talking from experience. I know them. Most of them live abroad. How come they've not been able to change this place? Because politics is local. And there's no training ground here. And this generation is a generation, I don't know, except for God's intervention, because God loves this country. It will be worse for this generation, our generation, because a lot of people think they know, whereas they are empty. They know nothing. Let me say something. When NSAS, our emptiness shows every time. When NSAS started, when they started NSAS, and they said, and people were excited. I said, NSAS, you will need it on law. No, you don't say that. Okay. The first thing they said, we don't have a leader. A movement without a leader will end up as a behemoth. And I was telling people, they said, kilo more. I said, we are not just talking from what I know it will end, but emotions, emotional. I mean, this will be 20 days, not be quenched down. How would you have a leader? You must have a leader. All right. So a day before the strike, a governor came and said that was Saul. He came and he said, "Young people, let us talk." What they did, they cut his bluff. I started telling people, mistakes have started coming in. Because one of the greatest military strategies of all times, why am I bringing strategy? Is because Sun Tzu said politics is war without bloodshed. War is politics with bloodshed. So they are intermingled. If you understand politics, you must understand warfare. Napoleon Bonaparte called Napoleon the Great. He said, in warfare, 3 things you must know. First, you must know yourself, you must know your allies, you must know your enemies. In Nigeria, you don't even know anything. You don't have allies. You don't know your enemies. Allies. In such a place, I'm not a Twitter person. I would have asked that, let me lead that struggle. Because first, immediately the governor came, you should have just told him, reposing our confidence in you. We are saying that, okay, go and represent us at the government and say this. You cut his bluff. So, you are fighting alone, no ally. When soldiers came, I told people, when immediately the governor one day, I said, in commercial, Lola. Soldiers came, you are singing national anthem. You are foolish. Your head is not correct. You don't know, that means you don't know your enemies. This is a place where people die. Oh my. Bola Ige died anyhow. We don't know who killed him today. You are singing rubbish national anthem. You move. That means you do not know your enemies. You don't have friends, you don't have enemies. Now, when you brought negotiation, you said one agenda, NSAS. But it's only 5. It's only you don't understand. You don't even understand nothing. So the average Nigerian, especially youth now, just have passion. They don't have knowledge. And passion can never deliver what we have. So, if Nigerian politics must make sense, we must understand that there's a book in laboratory medicine. It's called laboratory medicine with tropics, theory and practice. One day, I was talking to a guy. I think this is my 13th, nothing. This is my 13th year of active politics, not book politics, active politics. And we're talking, he said, political science, I was trying to equate. So, me, I was not asking about feudalism. I was not asking him about kakistocracy. I was not asking him about communism. Money, you so money, science class. Ìbọn mélòó ló mọ̀ tán máa ń yìn ní ojú campaign mi mọ̀ mo ti mọ̀ pé question mẹ́ta péré ní béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ mo ní òrùka mélòó ló dá mọ̀ tó bá rí òrùka àlùwò ṣó dá mọ̀ tán máa ṣàyàn ládàá tó máa rún ṣó dá mọ̀ mo béèrè question márùn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò mọ̀ mo ní so theory will not deliver anything. You will never know how, you will never be a correct surgeon if you just read surgical books. You must do surgery. Hands on. So all these radio things, go there. Madam, come. Aya. All right. So I would say that if anybody, I'll start from saying, if anybody will go into politics, you must learn theory and practice. It's both. Theory and practice. Theory and practice. I can bet this with you. Anybody who has not learned the ropes practically is not coming to do anything serious. And politics is who gets what, when, and how. Simple. Who gets what, when, and how. That's politics. But governance is far more than that. So the best of people we have now are politicians who knows when they know how to govern. What's the problem? Politics, governance is knowing what the people want and delivering it at all costs. At all costs, deliver it. What the people know, what the people need. Oh, so I'm saying that it's very possible. I'm not saying what the people want, what they need. So they may want something, but as a leader, you see far. This is not what these people, this is not what they need. You deliver it to him. When Awolowo was building the Western region, it was bereft with a lot of protest because people don't understand what he was doing. It was far-sighted. I think that was the most far-sighted Nigeria during his time. But now those things he did there are because he knew what people needed, not what they wanted. That's still the monument. They're not just standing. They're still the monuments. We don't have any monuments again aside from the ones. And the guy died 30 years ago. One day, somebody was talking in Splash FM. No, not Splash FM. The other one, Fresh FM. The guys they said, "We'll never put someone that." So it's my book. I determined I will outstrip him. By outstripping him, this guy was a guy who said, "Ọmọkùnrin ò kì í sùn lọ́sàn." Tọ́ máa sùn òru ni. Wákàtí mẹ́ta sí lọ́mọkùnrin wọn ń sùn. You don't understand. Ọmọkùnrin ẹ̀ sùn lọ́sàn-án. No, ọmọkùnrin ò sùn lóru. Sorry. Ọmọkùnrin ò sùn lóru. Tó bá sì máa sùn lọ́sàn-án wákàtí mẹ́ta ni wọ́n ń sùn. Those are people. Oh my. So, when Nigeria naturally must be, I thought Nigeria is bad. This is how it should be. This is how Nigeria should be. This is how I'm not shocked Nigeria is like this. I'm even shocked it's not worse. People will say that Nigerian leaders are bad. If you don't have 1 billion naira, no, now 5 billion, you cannot successfully contest as a senator. So you thought you heard me right. You thought you cannot win. No, I'm saying you cannot successfully contest, not win. All right. Now, so when people say we have bad leaders, naturally we are bad people. We don't have bad leaders alone, and we are bad people. So the problem is, now here, so let's assume that they said we are bad people. At least I'm around 40 now. I say 40 plus. And I've been hearing we are bad leaders. She won't go on Jupiter not in Ko Wafun. China will not develop. Essentially, we are bad people. Bad people. Our culture has been eroded. Our value system is rubbish. So what we value now is materialism. As he occurred to you that a friend just call you and below one say, compare,